A daily dose of positive thinking. True stories about surviving poverty and how I did it by Kim Smith. Prologue. As you all read this, you will learn I don't hold back. I believe in finding a way and making it possible. Never give up. Turn every negative into a positive. In this book, you will hear about the countless moments and how I survived with the power of positive thinking when all the odds were against me. These are the true stories about my life and how a dose of positive thinking got me through it. In 2012, I was told by a doc that I was overworking my hands and that the tendons were given out. If I didn't change professions, preferably stop working completely, I would actually lose the use of my hands in 5 years tops. Well, I thought, well, that's not today, and I got babies to raise. Well, we now jump forward to late 2014, and yep, here I am still doing the same job and working hard, but I can't hardly even touch my hands, my wrists, or even my forearms without having extreme pain. Pain so breathtaking it makes you want to pee your pants. So after being ordered to go back to the doc by my employer, I did the drive of death. That is what it felt like because I knew the doctor wasn't going to say anything good. What am I going to do? How am I going to feed my kids? How will I earn money? Who's going to pay the rent? As it is now, I make $1,400 a month with $2,500 a month going out. I have to work. My head was screaming at me with questions and thoughts going everywhere. The last place on earth I wanted to be at that moment was driving to the doctor's office. Well, the appointment went as expected. Not a lick of good news. The tiny piece of hopeful news I hung onto was there was about a 6% chance that you could have the use of your hands again. And then the doc droned on and on about all the things that would have to happen to make that 6% happen. Oh, at the time, I didn't hear a single one of them. I heard again and again, there is a 6% chance. There is a 6% chance. Kim, listen, you do have a 6% chance. I do, I can, I will. Once I got it in my head that the 94% chance of not being successful wasn't the number to focus on. The winning number was I did have a 6% chance of success. And so it began. Here I am sitting in a doctor's office, and I was just told my life as I know it is over, and the use of my hands are pretty much gone. In my mind, I inserted temporary. This is only temporary because I knew it was within my power to make that so. Jump on that positive bandwagon because things are about to get bumpy. As I sat there and absorbed all the information and really took it in, I started to realize how big this situation really is. My anxiety started to fire up. A panic attack was simmering. My palms were sweaty and my heart was racing. No, Kim. Breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Rocking myself slightly with my eyes closed and my arms wrapped around me, giving myself a reassuring hug that this too shall pass. At that exact moment, I got out a mental shovel and I planted a seed of hope, willpower, confidence, and belief into a place in my brain that was screaming doubt and fear. Fear equaling failure to me, doubt equaling a lack of confidence in myself. I decided right then and there that when fear and doubt came, that I would pull them like they were just weeds. You see, I needed something to hang on to that was positive and strong. I needed something in my world that was not crumbling and falling apart. And the only thing I had control over at that moment was my mind and my belief in me. Before I ever left that office that day, I knew things were going to get rough. But I was determined to have a strong, healthy mindset about it all. I planted my seeds of confidence, belief, willpower, determination, and patience. I knew I was going to have them all to succeed. Knock, knock, knock. Kim, are you ready? It is time to wrap and brace your hands. Are you ready? With a deep breath, I smiled bright and said, "Yes, let's do this." I knew losing my hands completely for a little while was the first step in getting them back again. So the wrapping began, and the doctor explained that working was simply off limits for at least a few months, 4 to 6, maybe more. Time would have to tell. Panic jumped in my eyes and fear gripped my throat. A few months, 6 to 4. Oh, good Lord, what am I going to do? Accepting that I have to face this situation head on was just one of my many challenges still to come. So I simply said to myself, "You got this, Kim. Just believe in yourself." Challenge number one, driving my car home. Oh boy. The ability to turn the wheel correctly, it was gone. The ability to shift from park to drive, it was gone too. The ability to use full range of motions with my fingers, also gone. Hmm. Sitting in my Mazda, I reflected on what could I do? "Well, Kim," I said, "you had to use both hands to open the car door, so I can apply that logic to driving the car too." So I opened the door, climbed back out of the car, and squatted down at eye level so I could reach the e-brake release. With my fingers, one hand on the top and one hand on the bottom, I used the leverage in my 6 fingers to release the brake. Smiling like I'd won a grand prize, I climbed back in the car thinking I got this. Using the same concept, I used my 6 half-working fingers to turn the key and shift the gear into drive. Okay, Now I have to steer. So wrapping my ring finger, my middle finger, and my pointer finger around the bottom of the steering wheel, I used my forearm to stabilize the wheel with my other arm. Well, the sight of all this was probably something to see for sure. You have a wrapped up girl hunched over a steering wheel using her fingers, elbows, and forearms to steer. But I took off with a big cheesy smile because I did find a way, and I was really proud. Well, this form of driving is not recommended at all in the least. As I putted along the road, I put everything aside. No thoughts of how, who, what, or why. I simply focused on getting from point A to point B. Home again, jiggity jig. As I sat the car in park, I just sat for a moment thinking, let the games begin. Now, driving a car is simple enough, but that day getting home was like winning a gold cup to me. I smiled again and I thought, you see, you got this. How much worse could it possibly be? Oh, if I only knew that in 3 weeks my family was going to be homeless too.